What's up, guys? Football Fetish here, bringing you guys the opening video to our legendary podcast.
The pilot episode. This is gonna be kind of sick.
Kind of legendary.
Yeah.
So you got Ary over here, and
We got Kai.
so this is gonna be legendary.
All
right.
Welcome.
Let's kick it off. We're talking football, and we're only talking football on this thing.
That's all.
You know, okay. Well, I'll just go football.
Yeah.
All right, let's open it up. What do we want to start with?
I think QB tiers. That makes sense, right?
You know what? I got some QB
We'll
tiers.
just get
for you guys.
right into it.
I got some QB tiers. All right, let's
see
start at the bottom.
See what you got. Here.
Are we ready for number one?
Yeah.
From the bottom,
Let's hear it.
we got our liability tier, and you know who's in it. It's Deshaun Massage Watson, the GOAT himself. Bottom of the fucking rankings. We're doing all starting quarterbacks, and goddamn, he fucking sucks.
Yep.
He is like the worst in the league. I don't know why Jamison Williams isn't starting, but like, you know what? The Browns are just poverty, and they're gonna stay poverty. So that's that. All right. The second worst tier. We're calling that tier. I'm literally better than them because they fucking suck. It's Bryce Young, Danny Dimes, and Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, I got nothing. I mean, I don't think there's any complaints about that.
Nothing.
I mean, yeah. Bryce Young hasn't shown anything since he's been drafted.
Yup.
Danny Dimes.
Danny fucking Dimes.
he can maybe run for 30 yards, and that's about it. And then Brissett's just he's.
Who even is Brissett,
who-
bro?
I
Who is
don't
that
know.
guy? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
All right, next tier. These guys are not that guy. And that's going to be Will Levis, Geno fucking Smith, Derek driving his car, Gardner Minshew, and Bocephine Nix.
Okay, now here's where I actually do have a problem, man.
Dude.
No.
Okay.
Okay. You're saying he's not that guy? Geno has proven that he is that guy in Seattle. He's had 2 years. 2 years ago, he had like the highest completion percentage in the league. Last year, he still passed pretty efficiently. He's proven for the last 2 years that he is that guy. Just because he had a rocky career before he got to Seattle, that shouldn't mean that, like we've seen in the last couple of years, he's been that guy.
I don't know if you guys have guessed it or not yet, but Kai is a motherfucking Seahawks fan, so he's fucking biased. Don't listen to this guy. Geno Smith, you are trash. You have the weapons around you. You have the defense. You should be winning more fucking games. You suck. You have arguably the best receiver core in the league.
He doesn't have an O-line, though. I mean, if you don't
Figure
have
it
an
the fuck
offensive
out.
line,
Figure it the
he
fuck
still has
out,
some of
Gino.
the highest receiving percentages in the league.
Get it done, Gino. Get it done. I think the rest of it, though, like Gardner Minshew, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You know. You guys are going to guess what kind of fan I am later on. It's going to be pretty obvious after these tiers are done. But, yeah, Gardner Minshew, I don't know, man. Bo Nix. I kind of like Bo Nix. I'm not going to lie, but it's a little early on.
Yeah.
Let's see where he goes.
I don't know. He had like 500 starts in college, and then he throws 3 picks in his first game or whatever he does. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see how his future goes. I'm not that hopeful. I'll put it that way.
Let's go with that. All right.
Put it that
I mean,
way.
Derek Carr as well. I mean, good game last week. Obviously, week 1 of the 2024 season. Had a kind of nice week. He put up like 47 on what might be the most poverty team I've ever seen in my life of history of football and any other sport. So, I mean, like, do what you will with that information. And Will Levis, I'm kind of rooting for Will Levis.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Will Levis, too.
You know, he has a video on the internet of his dick getting sucked by a baddie. So, you know, like.
And he has a cologne line now.
And he lasts 3 seconds.
I might have to get that.
You know,
but
honestly.
No, I mean I have high hopes for Levis, and I'm cheering for him. But I think as of right now, he is not that guy. He's not the guy there in Tennessee.
That's fair enough.
And so I agree with you there.
All right, let's go on to the next tier. All right, the maybe that guy tier. We got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields, my GOAT, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah. So I think this is a solid tier. I think you did a decent job here. I think it's hard to tell with Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Sam Darnold. I mean, maybe he can continue to play the way he did in week 1.
That's true.
The only issue is I don't know about Fields, man.
Don't disrespect my guy Fields, man.
I guess maybe that guy is a good way to put it. but he's had a decent number of opportunities. These guys really haven't had their opportunities. We've kind of seen Fields try and fail. So, like, are we sure that we want to put him in maybe that guy?
Listen, man, I'm not a Bears or a freaking Steelers fan, but, like, have you seen the guy play? He's a TikTok reel guy on tape. He needs to make a little bit of consistency from him, and he's honestly top end.
No, okay, that's the thing though. He will have these highlight plays. You'll see him on that highlight reel throwing like balls like no one else. But then he'll also turn around and like take a sack that he doesn't need to take, or he just doesn't have the pocket awareness, or just make a horrible pick six or something like that. Like his highlights go both ways.
That's fair. I think some of it's got to do with the teams he's been on though. Like he's been on some of the most poverty offenses of all time, you know?
That's fair.
And yeah, he brought DJ Moore like alive last year. Like he was making him look like a sexy old beast like he is. But you know what? We'll see about Fields. I hope he gets off this shitty ass team and goes to like a real offense.
Because, I hope so too. I mean, I believe in him and like I think he's got hope. I think he's certainly not that guy right now. I'll put it that way.
You know what? We'll take that. It's not a bad take. All right, let's go to the system guys. Starting off with the ultimate system human being. I've never met a more system player in my life. Brock fucking Purdy. God. All right, I'll move on to the rest. Aaron Rodgers, T-Law, Kirko, and Jared Goff. Thoughts?
All right. You started off strong. You started off so strong. Brock Purdy, yeah, he's 100% a system guy. Aaron Rodgers this year, I mean, historically, no.
Obviously, no disrespect to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Absolute,
he's one of the greatest to play it. But this year, he's not moving. He's no longer a mobile quarterback like he used to be. Yeah,
that's a great point. Yeah, his legs just. Yeah.
And T-Law, I mean, I think that's not a bad that's not a bad spot to put him. He's a bit more of a system guy than these other guys. And then you kind of tapered off here with both Kirko and Goff. I think Kirk Cousins has sometimes he'll do the thing that the team needs outside of the system. He can bring the team to wins. Obviously, we haven't seen that yet with the Falcons, but we saw that last year with or I guess it would have to be like the first half of last year and 2 years ago in the Vikings before he tore his Achilles. But really what I want to focus on here is Goff. He is not a system quarterback.
He is the definition of a system quarterback.
He maybe he's not the most mobile, but he makes those throws and he can throw it pretty far and he can throw like he can make throws that a lot of other guys can't. It's not just the system.
I think Goff has some like glaring weaknesses. I mean, you throw a little bit of pressure at him, like his O-line's off one day, and he's there's a lot of things that Goff needs to be in his favor for him to be good. That's just my thoughts on Goff. It's obviously a hot take. Like Goff, a lot of people have him like really high up there in the top 10 and stuff. But like, I'm gonna be honest, like he's always been on like power offenses, and it only ever works when his O-line is rock solid. He has receivers. He has a run game. We'll see about Goff. See about Goff.
I just want to say though, name a quarterback who does it well in a bad O-line. There's not very many guys who can do it in a shitty O-line.
I'll throw one out there. His name is Joseph Burrow. He kind of makes it work. Obviously, he's going through his own stuff right now, but we'll get back to it. We'll get back to Goff. Let's go on to the next tier. Are they playing over under 4 games? We got AR-15. We got Jordan Love. We got Tua, and we got Kyler Murray.
Yeah, so this one's an interesting one, especially considering Tua's situation right now. But I gotta say, this is the most accurate team name. These guys have the potential and the ability to be in a higher tier if they just don't get hurt and don't,
Some of these guys I'm really high on. Some of these guys are just like, yo. What's going on?
If they can play a full season, they have the potential to be a top 10 kind of guy.
Yeah.
But
AR-15 is AR. Oh my God.
If he's able to play the way he has for an entire 17 games, he could be MVP. Like
I agree.
I genuinely believe that Anthony Richardson, playing the way he did for the 4 games that he did last year and
This last game,
week 1.
Yeah.
He's MVP caliber. But I mean, we got to see if he holds up. Jordan Love got hurt week 1. We'll see. Hopefully he comes back and he's healthy and able to play. Tua, I mean,
we'll talk about him later in this section.
There's a lot going on there. Those concussions, they're really a bummer.
And Kyler, man, like how many healthy seasons he had so far.
Kyler's just not. I mean, since that one season where they went 8-1 to start the season, and then he just fell off, and you don't hear from him very much.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe he turns it around this year.
We'll talk about some guys later on too, who honestly, we were debating putting them in this section too.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. All right, next tier. I don't know if you guys have noticed a bit of a little bit of a pattern here. We got a not that guy tier, we got a maybe that guy tier, and now we just got a guys tier. Let's get Dak Prescott and Baker on this thing. Let's hear it.
Yeah. I would.
Interesting guys.
Yeah.
They are guys.
They're 100% guys.
Baker might just not just be a guy. He's a man. that motherfucker is a man.
Baker's a stud.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They're definitely guys that can get the job done and will win you games, but I think this is a fair point. They'll win you games and they'll get the job done. They're not gonna elevate the team much more than it already is, but they'll make sure that the game gets won and the job's done. You know.
I agree. I think they're all good quarterbacks. I mean, Dak just got paid a shit ton of money,
and we'll see if the Cowboys are still gonna be good in a couple of years when that's gonna hurt them down the road.
Yeah, we're gonna talk fantasy later, but I got CeeDee on my team, so let's pray out there. Let's pray. All right, my personal favorite tier, future MVP and GOAT tier, Jalen Hurts, my legend, my GOAT. I can't stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This man is something else. This man is something else.
Yeah. So I'll give you guys one guess on who Ary's favorite team is. Yeah. You can take your guess.
That Eagles flag was fly, baby.
I will say, Jalen Hurts is a guy who we'll see if the way he played at the end of last season is indicative of the rest of his career. I think he's at a turning point. He can either prove that he can be that guy, or he might just kind of go into obscurity and follow a similar career path to guys like Russell Wilson and just guys that kind of fall off after a season or two of really good play. But yeah, he's kind of in that purgatory. We'll see how it goes, and I think this season is a big deciding year for him.
Yeah, as much as I love to glaze this man, I'm gonna be honest, he might be one of the biggest weaknesses on the Eagles. I'm not gonna lie. I love the guy, I'm rooting for him.
Especially on the offense, yeah.
I mean, the defense, coaching is a different story, but yeah, no, on that offense, he's got to make it work this year. We've got everything lined up. Let's pray, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got another guy tier. We got that guy tier, and in this tier, we got Lamar, C.J. Stroud, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Matt Stafford.
And yeah, so this is the second highest tier, and all of these guys are that guy, and I 100% agree with you here. Lamar, MVP, 2-time MVP, wins games. I mean, his stats against the NFC, he's what, 20-1, 21-1?
Yeah, and the one team that's beat him is the Giants somehow. Who would have thought?
It's crazy. And yeah, there's 2 teams that have his number, and those are the Chiefs and the Steelers.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
he is amazing.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better quarterback.
I'm not gonna lie. I was considering putting him in the over under 4 games tier because goddamn, that motherfucker cannot stay healthy.
He gets hurt, but when he's healthy,
he slimmed it down this season and everything. Yeah. Let's see how it goes, man. I'm rooting for Lamar. I'm rooting for him.
And then you got CJ. Obviously, he's still a younger guy, but if his first season, if his rookie season is anything to go off of, he is 1,000% that guy in
he
Houston.
He is a future MVP. He's gonna be insane.
He can take that team to Super Bowls and deep playoff runs, and I really believe in him. and I got high expectations for him this year.
We're both on that train. We're both
And
on the
then-
CJ hype train. Let's
Yeah.
go, baby.
I was a bit surprised here that you didn't put Burrow in that over/under for.
That's
for
another.
games
Those
here.
are the two guys I was talking about
Yeah.
before. Burrow and Lamar.
That's an interesting one that you don't have him there. I kind of get it. If he does stay healthy, I think you're hard pressed to find a quarterback better than him.
I agree.
I think if
on
he
his top,
a healthy Joe Burrow is almost second to none. I think there's a couple guys that might still be a bit better, but
I mean, obviously he just lost. He just lost to the Patriots. Not the greatest of
Yeah.
looks, but I'm giving
outside of weeks like
1 to 4,
Yeah.
1 to 3. Like, you know what? Let's see Joe. Let's see Mr. Cool cook. All right.
And then this is
another-
where I'm a
fun
little
one.
shakier on. You're high on Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert's my guy, bro.
You're
He's
big
my
on
guy.
him. I don't know about him, dude. Last year I had a short leash. I gave him the time. I gave him, I since he's joined the league, I've given him room to make errors and stuff. And he's no longer that, he's young. He's a rookie. He's not there anymore. He's already got his second contract. And what have we seen from him? We've seen him like play
Put up insane numbers.
put up
We've seen him
put
done
up
some
great
amazing
numbers.
stuff.
Nothing in the playoffs.
I think
And-
I think he has though. He played great against the Jags. Obviously the second half wasn't great, but like if you're putting up those 25 plus point games so consistently as Herbert and your defense is just fucking you every single time, I feel like there's just a limit, bro. I think Jim Harbaugh's going to be great. I don't think it's like where he's going to strive the most, but I think it's going to be a more winning team.
Yeah.
Again, I think he's going to elevate the defense. Like Brandon Staley was just like the devil for him.
Yeah.
Just really fucked him over.
Yeah. We'll see with this year. He's finally got good coaching, but I wouldn't put him up this high, man. To be completely honest, he's been overthrowing guys his entire time in the NFL.
Well, you can go fuck yourself.
All right.
so.
Well, yeah. Okay. Fuck me, I guess. And then we got Matt
An interesting
Stafford.
guy.
Matt
Interesting
Stafford. Honestly, I counted him out going into the season, and then he proved me wrong. He's
Damn, you look good that
he's
first game against
yeah.
the Lions, man.
he's
did look good.
he's a stud. He's got, I mean, the way he's able to support so many receivers, I mean, you got to give him credit where it's due. He's an older guy, but he's still just able to do it like very few others can.
His arm is just insane.
Yeah.
He gets the ball out to every, I think
And he's just smart. He's got that football
he does,
IQ.
dude. He does.
He's just a smart guy.
I think he's severely underrated. I'm gonna be honest. I think now he's starting to get his flowers, but like, dude, he's just been underrated. All right, last tier time.
Yup.
The top of the top. Nick's dicks. Mahomes and Allen. Oh, obviously Nick being Nick, right? A little bit of shade, but no, I love the guy, but man,
No.
he dick rides these two men. I can't even blame him though. They are incredible.
They are the cream of the crop. Obviously Mahomes is, I mean, he's in the GOAT debate already. And you give him a couple more seasons, I think he might even take that GOAT debate.
Yep.
And then we got Allen, who, especially early season, he's scary. He's good, and he can run like very, very few others can. Maybe you have Lamar as a better runner, but he can.
Jalen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and maybe Jalen,
Yes.
just because of the tush push.
Ooh. Go.
But yeah, I mean, both of these guys, anything you want from them, you want them to throw it deep, they can. You want them to scramble, they can. You want them to run the ball, they can. There's very few weaknesses that these guys have.
Yeah,
So,
no, honestly,
I-
they're
yeah.
like, any team would just be blessed to have him.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I think Mahomes' situation is great this year, but like, Allen's making it work, dude.
He
Like,
is. Considering, I mean, like, people were going into this season saying,
They're counting him out.
yeah, they were counting them down for the count, and
Best record in the NFL right now. I mean,
Yeah.
they've also played an extra game, but like, yeah, first
that's
team
fair.
to 2 wins is Allen is ridiculous, man.
yeah, he's got it.
Credit to Joe Brady, man. He really they've
Yeah.
they've lost like one game since he's joined. Like,
Yeah, no,
they
he's done a really good job there. But
Yeah, no.
that offense is surprisingly good considering the losses that they had on offense.
Agreed. I think James Cook is severely underrated. He's an absolute stud.
He's one of the most underrated guys at that position, in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap up the segment here. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right.
All right, guys. Segment 2 here. We're talking about fantasy players now. So, let's start our first topic here. Marvin Harrison Jr. versus Malik Neighbors versus Rome Odunze. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I mean,
We're talking just strict fantasy.
Yeah, none of these guys really showed up.
Honestly, not really.
In week 1.
I think Neighbors did all right for
Neighbors-
his situation.
Neighbors did all right, but both, like, Marvin Harrison Jr. is touted as one of the best receivers, like, prospects in a long time.
Yeah.
And Rome, a lot of people were saying he might be, like, one of the biggest deep threats possible. So, like, it was kind of disappointing to see both of them just not doing too hot. And I mean, I don't know if you saw all these stats about, like, how Marvin Harrison Jr. like had some of the lowest top speeds.
Yeah, his speed was. He just looked lazy.
Yeah,
out
he
there.
just looked really flat-footed and didn't know what to do against an NFL defense.
Yeah. No, he did not look good whatsoever. I mean,
So-
Kyler missed that one deep pass where he was wide open.
But
Obviously, like, if he hit that one throw, he would have had,
it
like, 12
makes
fantasy points. And
makes a
everybody
completely
would just be
different
chilling.
yeah,
Yeah.
completely different narrative. But that didn't happen.
He didn't. Yep. So we got to talk about him today. Yep.
And yeah, so the question really becomes, like, Neighbors had the best week 1, but do you think he's gonna be do you think he's the guy to go? Like, if you're fantasy, do you think he's the guy you want to keep going with, or like after week 1, are you taking Rome or Marvin Harrison Jr. over him? Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I still think Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best fantasy option out of all of them. I think Malik Neighbors is an absolute. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all studs. I think they're all gonna be great someday. But, like, right now, situation and everything considered, I think this week specifically, actually, Neighbors is a play. They're playing the Commanders.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna.
No, it's 100% a play.
Yeah.
I would very highly consider. I mean, all of these guys, they're rookies. They have these high upsides. Like, they're all high upside players. So,
No, it could be crazy.
all starter worthy. Obviously, I think Rome is a little bit below.
He has a weird role.
Depends on the league. But yeah, and on that note, actually, I'm pretty high on Rome.
You have him on your team.
Yeah, I do have him on my team.
Yeah, no, it's.
And I think you give it some time. You got Caleb Williams, who's also a rookie. You got a rookie-to-rookie connection. It's going to take a second.
Are you going to be starting Rome this week?
I currently don't plan to. I just got
some tough choices.
I got some tough choices to make. I'll be making them later tonight.
I mean, you got Pittman and Nico. I think those are locks. Like, you got to start them.
Yeah. And then
Chris Godwin's a start too. I mean, he has
both Zay Flowers and Chris Godwin. They're both good guys on my side.
Zay
So
Flowers is kind of nuts too. Yeah. We are playing double flex, by the way. Just throw it out there. We're not just.
Yeah. Don't have 4 wide receiver slots.
Yeah, no, it's double flex. Those are flex positions.
Double flex, 2 wide receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think
But
that's the move.
I think it's tough. And I'm gonna keep him on my team though, without a doubt, because
No, for sure
down the
he is.
road.
Also, Keenan looked really bad.
He does. He looked real slow, real sluggish.
He did.
So
I think
it could be Odunze and DJ Moore, kind of like DJ Moore obviously is the 1, and Odunze as the 2.
Yep.
That could, assuming Caleb Williams is the guy that he's been touted to be.
Oh, he looked trash
which,
too last week.
He didn't look great.
No,
but if he is, Rome could really become a dark horse guy. And obviously I think all of these guys can be potent threats.
I agree.
In the right offense with the right guy passing to him.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. So what are your final takes on it? Marvin Harrison, Neighbors, Rome. Rank the 3 of them right now. If you had to,
I think for next week I go Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, and then Rome. That's that in that order. I think long terms, I go Marvin Harrison Jr., then Rome, then Neighbors. What do you think?
I'm thinking Marvin Harrison, Neighbors, then Rome long term. That's me right for this season. I'm talking at least. Well, let's see how it plays out. We'll get.
It'll be.
I'm rooting for the rookies. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, it's always fun to cheer for these guys because you know you don't want to go into it and just like root for them to not get anything done.
I mean, I'm not rooting for Neighbors because like fuck the Giants, but you know the other two. You know what? Let's get it. All right, let's go on to another guy that I do not like whatsoever because he's a division rival, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, another rookie.
Another one. He seems insane in fantasy though.
He seems
like a great pick.
He could be really interesting.
Insane rushing upside. Like honestly, he looks like Lamar with his rushing ability.
Him and Anthony Richardson are both pretty interesting. Where I think depends on the sustainability of these guys. If they can really last long term, then yeah. But I don't know. And I do really like Jaden Daniels as just as like outside of fantasy. I thought he looked pretty good in week 1. For the rookie quarterbacks, I thought he looked the best.
Yeah, it's not a high benchmark. They were all But I think the one thing about Daniels that kind of scares me is like he does not look to pass at all. I feel like he's looking at his first read. If it's not there, he's taking off. He's
and I hope that's just his rookie mentality, and he as he gets time in the NFL.
First game, nerves, like there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of mental going on there, and I hope if once he spends some time in the NFL, I think he'll pick it up. Pretty quickly.
I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully someone. Hopefully it's just mid because Jalen needs an easy division. Guys.
Please another 3 years of bad quarterbacks in Washington, please.
I'm praying, bro. I'm praying. All right, let's move on to the next guys. Let's talk about them Chiefs receivers, man. They are, I mean, as a personal Rashee Rice fantasy owner, I'm kind of happy at where I picked him up. Man.
Yeah,
little steal in the 5th, 6th round.
No, he's I mean the big two guys obviously are Rashee and Worthy. And you saw Rashee kind of just go. He didn't get those big plays that Worthy got, but he got a lot of those points, got a lot of touches, and got a lot of those catches that a wide receiver 1 gets.
I think Worthy's role in the offense is looking a lot like Debo. I'm not gonna lie, I saw a lot of similar. Like he just seems like a good gadget kind of receiver. Like he could bring a lot of value.
Yeah. And I mean, just in general, you just see that. I mean, everyone's talking about it. How Worthy gives this Chiefs team a deep threat that it hasn't had since Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, no.
And the speed with the speed and everything. And I think in some ways that even actually helps Rashee because that just opens up the offense.
Yeah, it really does. I think the only thing I'm worried about with Worthy is he had less than 4 targets.
Yeah.
He had a low number of targets, and Hollywood's not even here yet.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey wasn't even yet. It's going to be interesting. It's a stacked offense.
No, that's a terrifying
Their
offense.
skill position, Pacheco, Kelsey, it's going to be, I don't know, it's...
Yeah.
There's a lot of places Mahomes can go.
Yep.
But
it's really interesting, but a lot of the time you see guys in weeks 1, 2, 3 in fantasy get those, like they might not get that many targets, but they'll go for those crazy points, and quarterbacks realize, oh, this guy actually can make these plays in these games, in these positions, and they get their targets.
Yep.
Eventually, but yeah, that is a legitimate worry. I think obviously for right now, Rashee is just more certain than Worthy.
Good looks to all the Rashee owners in fantasy. Pat myself on the back. We're looking pretty good out there. Let's hope he keeps it up. And All right. Next topic of business is the Sun God, bro. What the fuck was he doing, bro?
He just it didn't look like he was on the field. Like, it just straight up
invisible, bro.
That game, in prime time against a solid team, he did not show up.
Yeah.
And
he was not there.
You didn't see him there at all, and it was a bit worrying. And you obviously saw Jameson Williams
he looked like the one. He looked like he was meant to be. Jameson Williams is in there to be the clear one, and he looked like it. And if he stays healthy, I mean, maybe Amon-Ra's volume just goes way down. Who do you think's gonna end up the clear one in this team?
I think it will be Amon-Ra long term. Issues with Williams being like obviously he has a history with injuries and stuff like that, but it's just that Amon-Ra has proven himself more recently.
Yep.
So that would be my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would say 70-30. That 30% maybe.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. No, it's looking good for all those JMO fantasy owners out there. I think it's...
Which you are, right?
Sitting on my bench right now, you know? Another pat on my back, No, it's crazy. I think he's looking good. Amon-Ra will be fine, though. Realistically, he'll be fine.
I think Amon-Ra's fine. He'll get there. He'll get his touches.
I was a little surprised by that Rams defense, though.
Yeah.
Looked
it was
good.
solid.
I thought Aaron Donald's loss would actually kill them.
Yeah.
But no, they looked real solid out there.
No, I mean, I didn't think that their defense would be abysmal, but it was better than I expected for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, the week 1 offenses were like what they were. Like I fully expect Amon-Ra.
I think once teams kick off their rust, I think Amon-Ra will get his numbers.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not too worried about him right now.
Let's go to the next guy. Courtland Sutton.
Mr.
12 targets but 4 receptions.
Oh man.
I don't know what to think of it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough when you got Bo Nix passing to you.
Yeah.
The Giants got a similar player in Wan'Dale Robinson, who I think also had like 12 targets, right? 12 targets and I don't know.
Not many receptions.
Not very many receptions, and it's just that's the problem with a bad quarterback passing to you. You just
really is.
you don't.
Yeah.
You might. The guy might try to get you the ball.
Who knows if he's actually gonna get there? You know, like what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So
Sutton's he made some absolute insane plays last season. I think
Russ passing to him, he actually there were some nice passes.
On a run heavy team, he was great last season. He was great.
Yeah, and I think in general, I think Sutton is slept on as a wide receiver just outside of fantasy. I think in fantasy it's kind of it's a bit different because you need guys who can catch the ball, who will get the targets. But the things that Sutton can do in a team that is run like last year was run heavy, he's done a solid job there. And we'll see if now he can pick it up. He's gonna have to do more in a team that's now run by Bo Nix, and it's in one of the it's a brutal rebuild that's good. It's a brutal
rebuild. It's brutal, dude. That Russ contract just fucked them hard.
Long term, dude. They're in a tough spot, but we'll see.
All right, now something that you've kind of brought my attention to that I'm not too happy about, but it's both my fantasy running backs right here.
Yeah.
Rashad White and Travis Etienne.
I told you about them. I told you that they might, especially Etienne. I've been pretty.
I think Rashad White will get his value in the passing game.
And obviously, I'm not saying either of these players are awful.
No, yeah. Exactly.
They're still great guys to have in your fantasy team, but the
volume is just not there for them anymore. Yeah. I mean, Rashad White was getting It's just it's the tough part about the running back position. It's just you get 3 good years and you're cooked. You don't get the numbers that you used to. And it's like, oh my gosh, the good old days. When the good old days were literally last year. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Bucky Irving and Tank Bigsby are just the leaders next season. Next few weeks it would be tragic. It would truly be tragic. But
it's just the way the league is going now and I generally like Rashad White quite a bit, but I don't know if he'll be able to just keep up with the league, and the hits and everything.
100% agree with you. 100% agree. All right, let's move on. Should we be worried for those Finns receivers now that Tua's gone?
Yeah, I mean, everyone sees those. You see Tua go down, and obviously this isn't the first thought that goes through your mind. The first thought that goes through your mind should be, is he okay? Yeah. That should be everyone's, and that was mine, and I think yours.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm kidding. No, genuinely though, really sad news.
But
praying for him and everything. But yeah, dude. If I have Tyreek and Waddle in fantasy,
I'm a little nervous.
I'm not a little nervous, dude. I'm freaking the fuck out.
I'm pretty terrified. Who's it? Skylar Thompson? Is that the guy?
Backup, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And yeah, I mean maybe they go for some kind of they try to sign someone. There's obviously some guys out there.
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
There's plenty. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Bring him in. Bring in Devontae Adams as
Yeah.
new quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, he needs out of that
Yeah.
place too.
Maybe Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning would be fine.
No, but there are definitely some guys who could fill in those shoes there.
If you're the Dolphins GM, what's going through your head? Because me personally, I just saw the Browns report that they're looking to get rid of, not looking to get rid of, but they're open to trade offers for James Winston. So
Yeah.
that's where my first thought's going.
Jameis Winston, it's a good pickup if they can get him for a good deal. Obviously, this is tough for the Finns coming after they just paid him.
Yeah.
So this is they don't exactly have a lot of money to play with, but
I think someone like Jameis that's really they're not going to get any of the Steelers guys, I don't think, because they're planning on using both.
Now, okay, so the question then though is, let's say you have Tyreek, let's say you have Waddle, do you sell him now? Is this still a sell high, or I personally think if you're selling now,
I don't think anyone's falling for that now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
think
think you're better off just riding it.
Yeah.
And selling right now, no one's gonna give you any value. The best you're gonna get from Tyreek is one of those tier 15 wide receiver tier 15.
Yeah.
60. You're not gonna get anything. I think you're better off just riding it out.
I think
Tyreek
you
can
have
maybe
to
get some deep balls back there. I think you just gotta pray out there for those receivers, or honestly, start looking at those waivers, man. Anything.
That would be crazy. Nobody would have predicted
no one.
Tyreek might be going down to waivers.
No.
Oh,
Insanity,
that would be a wild way for this season to go.
I don't think he's gonna go down to waivers. That would be kind of insane.
That would be a bit much. But
no,
but for real though, I mean, I really hope that Tua's okay and that he makes. It'd be really sad to see him retire and just
young,
see him go this way. He's 27.
Dude, it would suck. It would.
I mean, obviously it comes with the sport. You see guys that retire early all the time. Andrew Luck, that was a really sad early retirement. And then you see guys who continue to play through their head injuries and stuff, and they end up like Antonio Brown.
Yep,
And so we've seen a lot of these. This could go really wrong.
Take on CTESPN, man. He should take over. He should be the next guy on that.
Yeah. I think he's a smart guy. He knows football. If he chooses to retire now and go into sports analytics as in terms of a reporter or
that's
broadcaster, I think that makes a lot of sense for him, and I think he's got a career in that. Because in terms of guys who just understand football. In the quarterback position, I think he's got some of the deepest knowledge in the game.
No, he has great knowledge. It's just his body is just not. It's not there for him. It's unfortunate. It really is. But that's those are the guys we want to talk about for fantasy players. We'll wrap up the segment and catch you in the next one.
Yup. See you later.
All right, guys. Third and final segment of today's show. We have a fantasy draft for you guys, where we're going to be giving ourselves all the fantasy positions: QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, a flex, defense, and kicker. And we're just going to be picking teams in draft style. And, let's do it.
All right.
It's all for this week. We are kind of late to the Bills-Dolphins game, so we are not picking any of those players.
Yeah. So it's just for this week. I think this might be a warmer take here, but I think for this week I'm taking Anthony Richardson as my quarterback.
Okay. All right, you're taking AR first pick. That's interesting. You know what? Give me the GOAT himself, Jalen Hurts.
Taking Jalen?
I'm taking Jalen.
Yeah. I mean,
interesting little pick.
It's weird with the way quarterbacks were in week 1.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll I don't know. I don't know if what's replicatable, what's not, and everything.
We'll see.
We'll see.
A little bit of bias there, but his rushing upside. I feel like he's gonna have a good little comeback.
He had a little bit of a tougher week 1, but
had it rough with some turnovers. But other than that, I thought he played pretty solid game. All right, I'll take my running back here. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Bijan here. I'm gonna get both those guys in the Eagles Falcons game this week.
Interesting.
You know?
Interesting.
Maybe some Bijan action.
I'm gonna take a pick here that I think.
Well, you got double running back picks now because we're doing snake draft.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, might be a little bit biased considering I haven't, but I'm gonna take Breece Hall against that Titans defense. It is a little risky. That Titans they have a decent run defense, but
such a Jets meat rider, dude. Such a meat rider. All right,
and then this is a bit tougher. I kind of actually like Jordan Mason. Might be an interesting one. You know, there's a lot of interesting guys here. Gibbs, obviously, and JT. I'm personally here. I'm between Saquon and Kyron Williams. I think I'm gonna lean towards Saquon.
Damn, dude, we're just taking all those Eagles Falcons players.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is pretty easy for me. I'm taking JT, bro.
Really?
Give me JT.
JT struggled week 1, man.
Dude, he's playing the Packers defense this week. Their run game was let up 30-something points to Saquon, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm expecting a big week from JT.
But JT is not as much of a passing threat as Saquon is.
No, that's fair.
So-
I feel like
we'll
he'll get
see.
some good
You
running,
might be
you know?
right. You might be right though.
Yeah, let's see how that works out for me.
All
right, it's my pick for receivers now.
Yeah, you get.
Damn. All right, I get the first one at least. Dude, this is gonna be an interesting pick here. I'm taking Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Cooper Kupp.
Freaking Kupp. He was insane last week. He has a good matchup this week. I think it's gonna go well. He's playing the Bucks if I'm not wrong, so it's gonna be.
Yep.
It's gonna be a game for him. You know? I think it's gonna be an absolute shootout.
That'll 100% be a big game. And this is an interesting way this league is this season has played out so far.
Yeah.
You don't really know who's good yet, who's not.
It's weird, bro. It's weird because there's some really good players that have just had absolute duds.
I think I'm gonna go here.
Actually, I don't think the Rams play the.
No, I don't think
it's
so.
The Lions who play them.
Yeah, I was thinking
who's
about
Cooper
that.
Kupp play? Hold on.
I was thinking about that. I was like, do they play the Cardinals? No.
Yeah, they do. They play.
Yeah, they play the Cardinals.
I'm keeping Kupp either way.
Yeah.
I'm keeping him. He's gonna.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go. You might hate me for this. I think I'm taking AJ.
Damn, bro. He may be injured. He
might be.
But dude, he's.
But against that Falcons D, we'll see. We'll see.
Cook. No,
I honestly forgot about that. There were rumors going about him being injured. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take Amon-Ra, who is actually playing.
Damn, that's a good pick.
Who is actually playing the Bucks?
He is actually playing the Bucks. He is. You know what?
And yeah, that's an interesting one. It's just an interesting week.
It's an interesting week indeed. And you know what? This is gonna be a bit of a. You know what? This one might be considered an interesting pick, but give me Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mike.
I'm high on Mike.
I think
Baker knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, I mean Cooper Kupp cooked against this Lions pass rush, or not pass rush, sorry, this secondary. So, you know, if Evans can do the same, you know, I'd be a happy man.
Up. And then it's your pick, right? Or is it mine?
No, it's your pick.
I thought you just took Evans, and I took Amon-Ra before you.
Okay, yep, my pick. I'm tweaking out here. All right, I'm picking my tight end here. See, this is also an interesting one, but I'm gonna take me Sam Laporta.
Yeah, I think that's a clear one this week.
I think I'm taking Sam Laporta. I think he's definitely gonna be tight end one this week. There's no way, unless someone just has an absolute freak show performance.
And I got an interesting one here. Honestly, it's not that interesting. It's Kelsey.
Yeah.
You know, he's going up against Burrow. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be closer than people think, and Kelsey shows up in the biggest of games.
I like that take. I was honestly flirting with the Kyle Pitts take.
Yeah,
I think.
I thought about that too.
He could be on.
I was very close to picking that, but it's just hard not to take Kelsey against Burrow.
I think it's between those three really, Laporta, Kelsey, and Pitts for that number 1 spot this week. But,
Okay, and then time for defenses. Defenses are always a toss-up.
I mean, our league, we don't even play.
We don't even play defense in our league.
You know, fuck that.
So,
That's
I haven't been paying crazy attention to fantasy defenses.
We might catch some heat for that, you know, from the crowd. But, you know, please don't blame us, guys.
Please.
Come on.
Yeah. Also, we actually forgot to mention this at the top of the section, but we do play PPR.
Oh,
yeah,
true.
yeah.
PPR, by the way.
In standard or half PPR, some of these might be different, but these are PPR.
Yep, I would not be taking B-John if it wasn't PPR, guys.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. And I think for defense, I'm taking Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers this week, dude. I'm feeling a good game from them.
Steelers are up against the. Who are they going up against?
I know it's a trash team. Let me check.
Yeah, I know it's a goober of a team.
It's gonna be a low scoring little. They are playing.
I think it's the Broncos.
Oh yes, the Broncos.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
They're gonna cook.
Yep.
TJ Watt 5-sack game. You think?
He might.
Honestly, he honestly could. I'm not even. TJ's an animal. Bro.
Yeah.
All right. I think kicker. I'm taking Brandon Aubrey, dude. He's so good, dude. Brandon Aubrey's so good, and Dallas just gives him opportunities that they don't give other kickers to, bro. They'll see it at the 70-yard line and be like, "Yo, get this guy out here." He's an animal. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's not a bad pick. And then I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go Fairbairn. Kaimi Fairbairn. He's
no bias involved.
Nope.
No bias involved. Not your kicker or anything.
Not my kicker in fantasy or anything. I do like him though. And he dropped me a lot of points last week, so I'm hopeful.
No, that's fire. That is actually fire. You know what? My team completely wipes yours. We can go through the teams. All right, you can read out your team.
All right. So we got Anthony Richardson, Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Amon Ross, Kelsey, the Travis Kelsey, Ravens defense, and Kaimi Fairbairn as my kicker.
Poverty team, man.
I think you mean stacked.
No,
I think you mean stacked.
No, dude. Look, I got Jalen Hurts out here. Bijan Robinson.
L.
Jonathan Taylor.
L.
Cooper Kupp.
Shitter.
Dude. Mike Evans.
Can't catch.
Sam Laporta. Yeah.
Okay, he's okay.
Yeah, he's on your team, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We got Steelers defense.
Yeah, Steelers defense is the worst defense in the league, man.
Low key.
Yeah, who is TJ
I
Watt?
should have taken the Cardinals defense, man. What are we doing, bro?
Yeah, no, come on. Go take Panthers. Panthers defense.
Oh, Panthers defense would have been amazing, bro. And then Brandon Aubrey, the worst kicker in the league.
Yeah.
I hate the Cowboys.
So, I take it clearly.
Fuck the Cowboys, guys. All right.
And then, so, we got this, we're also going to say our survivor pool picks. We're just two people, so we're not going to, if one goes out, you just miss a point. Last week, we both chose the Bills, so we can't choose the Bills. And the way survivor pool works is you pick a team to win, and it's just straight up, they just have to win. And if they win, you get a point. And if you're wrong, and you can't use a team twice. So that's all it is.
So we are no longer for the next 16 weeks of the season allowed to pick the Bills.
Yep. So. No more Bills. And this week.
On that note, I'm gonna be picking Miami for this week.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm kidding. They already lost. We're not doing Miami. I'm actually picking the Chargers over the Panthers. So, I think that's a safe pick. Honestly, if I go through every week and just pick whoever's playing the Panthers, I might have a shot here of getting 17 points. You know,
that's not a bad pick. I like that. I admire it. Just to be different here, I'm taking the Seahawks over the Patriots. No bias, no nothing.
No bias at all, bro.
But I do think this is one of the most locked games for the Seahawks to win all year.
Yeah, you gotta get them somewhere, bro.
Yeah, at some point I gotta take them.
I wish I could say that about my Eagles. But every game's locked for us, so you know.
Yeah, except for when you guys play the Cowboys or the Commanders.
Low key, the Commanders are actually scary, yo. The Commanders. Oh.
So,
Do not want to face him.
Yeah, that's it for this week, right?
That's it for this week, man.
And for this episode.
Fetish, first episode of our lives.
Yep.
First
We
podcast.
got a
episode
lot
of-
coming.
So guys,
Big
like,
plans.
subscribe. I'm kidding. We don't even know where we're gonna upload this yet. But whatever platform you're on, share it and do whatever else you can that does not include a dislike. Please, guys. Please don't dislike us,
Please
man.
don't dislike.
We need to make some money so I can
beg.
gamble it on poker, please. So.
No, on our parlays.
And parlays, which
Yeah, that's really the
which
more
always
important
hit, guys. Trust me. That's why you should always agree with my takes.
part. All right.
But yeah, nah. Have a good one, everybody, and we're out.
See ya.